ICT team, we are ready to begin. Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning again.
Good morning.
Welcome to the DIA Youth Innovation Lab of Trinidad and Tobago's virtual graduation ceremony for cohorts 1 and 2. My name is Hayden Charles, and it is my privilege to chair this morning's session. To start the proceedings, I would like to ask everyone to stand where they are, if you are able to, of course, for the playing of the national anthem of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Okay, thank you all very much. Please be seated. The Foster Cummings, Minister of Youth and National Service, Ms. Linda Edelman, CEO of Trust for the Americas, Mr. Rodrigo Iriani, DIA Senior Program Manager, Trust of the Americas, Mr. Kimi Del Rio, Senior Project Officer, Trust of the Americas, Ms. Joanne De Raj, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Planning and Development, Mr. Farouk Hossain, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Youth and National Service, Mrs. Patricia De Leon, National Director in the Ministry of Social Development and Family Affairs, Mr. Hayden Ferreira, Chairman of Kuriri, Mr. Mcnair Gosain, Executive Manager at Kuriri, Mrs. Denise Ferguson, Human Resources Manager at Kuriri, members of the media, graduates, specially invited guests. Welcome to this morning's proceedings. I would like to jump straight into the program. Mr. Mcnair Gosain is an executive manager at the Caribbean Industrial Research Institute and also leads the Institute's Business Services Unit. He's a graduate of the University of the West Indies and with a BSc in Agriculture and an MSc in Agricultural Economics. He also holds a Master's in Business Administration. Mr. Gosain has been employed with Kuriri for approximately 25 years and has extensive experience working throughout the Caribbean. He is a former chairman of the Food and Beverage Industry Development Committee in Trinidad and Tobago, and is also the former deputy chair of the Caribbean Climate Innovation Center. I would like to start this morning's proceedings by inviting Mr. Gosain to provide some opening remarks on behalf of Kariri. Mr. Gosain.
Thank you, Hayden. The Honorable Mr. Foster Cummins, Minister of Youth Development and National Service, Mrs. Joanne Deiraj, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Planning and Development, Mr. Farouk Hussain, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Youth and National Service, Mrs. Patricia De Leon, National Director, Ministry of Social Development and Family, Mrs. Linda Edelman, CEO, Trust for the Americas, Mr. Rodrigo Iliani, Senior Program Manager, Trust for the Americas, Mr. Kwame Del Rio, Senior Project Manager, Trust for the Americas, Mr. Hayden Ferreira, Chairman of the Board of Management of Kariri, members of the Board of Management of Kariri, Mrs. Denise Ferguson, Human Resource Manager and Head of the DIA Lab at Kariri, our fellow staff from Kariri, invited guests, members of the media, graduates. Good morning. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the graduation of the first two cohorts of the DIA Lab in Trinidad and Tobago. We are extremely pleased to be able to collaborate with the Trust for the Americas in this initiative to address a very special sector of our economy. Prior to the advent of COVID-19 pandemic, Trinidad and Tobago experienced several socioeconomic challenges, including among our youth population. With the onset of the pandemic, the challenges have increased. This initiative by Kariri and the Trust for the Americas will address some, if not all, of these challenges. It is an intention of the program that we empower our young generation to allow them to create innovations that improve the quality of life, to allow them access to technology and technological skills that will make them contribute to national development. For many decades, Kariri has been engaging in various activities designed to provide opportunities for our young people. We recognize that there are many who possess the latent skill and attitude to make the valuable contribution to national development. What is often lacking is an ecosystem that can harness the energy, the creativity, and the drive that will allow our youths to make a meaningful contribution. This is particularly true of our young people in both the rural and urban communities. This project is designed to provide an ecosystem that will provide a space for our young persons. Too often, we have applied a broad brush castigating young persons. The reality is that those young persons who may exhibit deviant behavior are really in the minority. Kariri recognizes that the majority of our young generation are enterprising, and given the opportunity, will in most cases surprise us with their creativity, their attitude, and their drive to be successful. Today, we can identify many successful young entrepreneurs and artists who have come through the system. These two cohorts of graduates are leaving a legacy. They will forever be recognized as the first graduates of the DIA Lab in Trinidad and Tobago. They are creating a path for others to follow. They are trailblazers. We take this opportunity to thank and to commend the many shareholders who have contributed to this program. The ministries, the state enterprises, the NGOs, and the individuals. Those who have worked with these young graduates. And of course, we say a very special thanks to the Trust for the Americas for funding this initiative. Very often we have ideas, but we do not have the resources to implement them. The Trust for the Americas has been able to provide that resource, not just in terms of the financial resource, but in terms of the experience and the knowledge which they have with DIAs across the globe. We wish the graduates all the best as they move to the next level. We trust that the skills and knowledge gained through this program will serve you in good stead as you continue on your journey. Kariri stands ready to continue to work with you to make a success for Trinidad and Tobago. Again, our congratulations to you and best wishes in all of your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, Mcnair, for your warm and encouraging remarks. Moving along in the program, we now turn to Ms. Linda Edelman. She is the Chief Executive Officer of the Trust of the Americas. Under her leadership, the Trust expanded operations to 24 countries and created alliances with over 1,000 organizations in Latin America and the Caribbean. From 2009 to 2010, Ms. Edelman also served as Senior Advisor for the Secretary General of the OAS. She brings expertise in public-private partnerships, technology for development, competitiveness, and economic opportunities. A recipient of the Medal of Honor of Distinguished Service from the Ministry of Defense of Colombia, Ms. Edelman is a member of the Council on Foreign Relations and was recognized by the Washingtonian magazine as one of the 100 people to watch. A White House Fellow, Ms. Edelman previously served as Deputy Assistant Secretary for Regional Economic Affairs at the Western Hemisphere Bureau of the U.S. Department of State, Special Negotiator at the U.S. Department of State, Senior Trade Policy Advisor at the U.S. Department of the Treasury, and the Special Assistant to the U.S. Trade Representative. Let's welcome Ms. Linda Edelman to provide further opening remarks. Ms. Edelman.
Thank you so very much. And thank you for that lovely introduction. It was really very kind of you. And good morning to all of the rest of you who are joining us today. As CEO of the Trust for the Americas, I'm really pleased to be with all of you today. I only wish I could be there in person. It seems like only yesterday when I was in Trinidad for the first time, I had the opportunity to visit your beautiful country in February of 2020. And as the daughter of a Puerto Rican mother, I felt at home instantly. And I'm really hoping that I'll be able to return along with some of my colleagues to meet all of you in person. Before I begin, I'd like to thank so many of you, so many dignitaries who are joining us today in this virtual session. I'd like to particularly recognize the Honorable Foster Cunnings, Minister of Youth, Development and National Services of Trinidad and Tobago. Also, I understand Marina Piper, our colleague and head of our OAS office in Trinidad, is joining us today. And also a special thank you to our colleagues from City Foundation and Kariri. And of course, not last but not least, the Trust team and all of you graduates who are here with us today. Today, we have come together on this virtual platform to celebrate your accomplishments. I'm not sure if you realize, but you're part of the very first graduating class of our Democratizing Innovation in the Americas program in Trinidad. This program is now in its 6th year, And we are now working, thanks to our expansion to Trinidad and soon to the Dominican Republic. We'll be working in 3 countries in the Caribbean, thanks to the generosity of the City Foundation. As for you graduates, you today become part of a very elite group. You are young people who are thinking outside the box to develop solutions to the challenging faces your communities. You've been participating in hackathons and ideathons and pitch tank competitions. You've gained new skills in data science and artificial intelligence, and many others. These skills are really important in unlocking your creativity. I'd like to take a minute just to tell you a little bit about my experience and thinking back to my graduation. As I prepared these remarks, I thought about how I felt over 20 years ago when I graduated from law school. And I remember at that moment that I was actually super excited, but I was also a little bit scared. And I was afraid that after many years and months and hours of sacrifice and hard work, it might not pay off. But I wanted to let you know that in my case, and in the case of all of my colleagues from my graduating class, it did pay off. I was able to get my first professional job, and it was my dream job. That job allowed me to support my kids and even help my extended family. Even though I no longer practice law, I still use the skills I gained in that program every day. And I think you're going to find that same experience in your lives. Perhaps most importantly, though, the skills that I gained in school allowed me to give back to the community from which I came. So let me just say a quick thing about what those skills were, because I think you're going to find this experience to be similar to yours. The technical skills I gained were very important, and they're similar to the ones you've gained. It was learning content, how to use technical tools, and honing your critical thinking skills. But I gained other skills, which I'm sure you have as well, and they're very important and shouldn't be undervalued. Cooperation, learning to work collaboratively, and understanding that my way wasn't the only way to resolve a problem. Empathy, gaining a real understanding of the problems facing my clients and how those problems impacted their lives. And determination, making a commitment to keep searching until we could find solutions, because giving up is never an option. All of the skills you each have gained will help you find your own economic opportunities. But most importantly, the skills that you've gained are going to allow you to give back to your communities and help you make a difference in the lives of the people living in those communities. And ultimately, that's what we're celebrating today. We're celebrating you, your accomplishments, and the promise of the important things you will do for yourselves, your family, and your country. Good luck. We are so very proud of you.
Thank you, Ms. Edelman, for your inspiring words. I'm sure that your experiences will be used by the graduates going forward in their professional lives. The Honorable Foster Cummings has previously served Trinidad and Tobago as an opposition senator and a parliamentary secretary in the Ministry of Rural Development and Local Government. He was elected as a member of parliament in August 2020 and appointed as a minister in the Ministry of Works and Transport. In April 2021, the Honorable Foster Cummings was appointed Minister of Youth Development and National Service. Mr. Cummings is passionate about the development of all young people and remains committed to creating and facilitating an array of programs that target their developmental needs, and one which supports for the youth development agenda for Trinidad and Tobago. Let's all welcome Minister Foster Cummings, who has graciously accepted our invitation to provide the feature address at today's proceedings. Minister Cummings.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. And it is really my pleasure to be here this morning with all of you at this graduation function. Ms. Joanne Diraj, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Planning and Development, Mr. Farouk Hussain, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Youth Development and National Service, Mrs. Linda Edelman, Chief Executive Officer, Trust of the Americas, who just spoke with us, Mr. Hayden Ferreira, Chairman of Kariri, board members of Kariri, Mr. Rodrigo Irani, DIA Senior Project Program Manager, Trust of the Americas, Mrs. Denise Ferguson, HR at Kariri, Mr. Mcnair Hussain, Manager Corporate Services, our specially invited guests, members of the media, our virtual audience, and our guardians. Good morning. It is often said that sustainability of an economy lies within the grasp of our nation's youth. This morning, I'm reminded of this powerful sentiment as I address the two graduating classes of the Democratizing Innovation in the Americas DIA Youth Innovation Lab program. I'm really pleased to share this virtual space with you as we recognize the culmination of your hard work and dedication, bringing your ideas to fruition. Today, 46 of you join the over 1,300 graduates from Jamaica. I'm hopeful that Trinidad and Tobago will soon get to a number close to that, where the program was initially launched in 2016. They too would have undergone similar training to foster entrepreneurship and innovative ideas that address the challenges faced in their communities. Young leaders of tomorrow, you however stand out. Not only are you the first participants in Trinidad and Tobago chapter of this project, but you have excelled amid the harrowing economic and psychosocial fallout of the global pandemic. I think it is safe to say that you have indeed raised the bar for those who will come after you. Throughout the process, you did not allow your circumstances to deter you from grasping this unique opportunity for personal development. Instead, you use it as a fuel to drive you forward, seeking a positive conduit to a less attractive alternative. I have been advised that among you, there are those who will experience countless challenges throughout the program, including connectivity issues, hardware limitations, and the like. From all accounts, these challenges were only a pesky hindrance in your journey to self-development. Nevertheless, your engagement and participation did not wane. That unmatched level of dedication must be commended. This dedication, coupled with the commitment of the staff and facilitators, is undeniably a remedy for success. They have worked tirelessly to provide you with the necessary tools and positioned you to be unleashed into the ever-evolving job market. Whether it is in the field of culinary arts, agriculture, app development, or finance, you all would have benefited from a myriad of training opportunities to enlighten and empower you through any business idea. With a curriculum comprising modules in business model canvas, financial literacy, digital literacy, data science, innovation and entrepreneurship, life skills and intellectual property, my major grouse is that I am just outside the target audience for this initiative. When I was invited to speak here this morning, I swiftly accepted, having participated in the virtual program launch hosted by the Trust for the Americas in partnership with the Caribbean Industrial Research Institute, Kariri, and City Foundation. And following upon my recent visit to your facility in Freeport. I was even more delighted to see this inaugural program take flight and positively impact many young people like yourselves. Initiatives like these motivate us at the MyDNS to work even harder to create and seek opportunities that benefit all youth, no matter their age, race, educational background, or social status. Not too long ago, the Ministry of Youth Development and National Service signed a letter of intent with Generation Unlimited, a global multi-sector partnership to meet the urgent need for expanded education, training, and employment opportunities for young people worldwide. This arrangement explores the possibilities for education and training to prepare the world's youth for the rapidly evolving labor market. You see, ladies and gentlemen, your advancement has and will always be a critical priority for the government of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago and for the Ministry of Youth Development and National Service. We remain committed to creating opportunities for youth to reach their fullest potential and solidify their role as the future leaders of tomorrow. Today, I pledge my continued commitment and that of the ministry towards initiatives like these, which supports this government youth development agenda. It would be remiss of me not to acknowledge the trust of the Americas and the City Foundation for their foresight to develop this first-class groundbreaking initiative, which seeks to inspire young innovators and entrepreneurs, particularly those in at-risk settings. This initiative aims to create solutions that generate livelihood opportunities and economic development while educating and empowering them. Permit me also to acknowledge the Caribbean Industrial Research Institute, Caribbean, for seamlessly facilitating this program and their unrelenting commitment to advance the youth development agenda of Trinidad and Tobago. Their facilitation of the DIA Youth Innovation Lab is just another step that reinforces such commitment. And I must reinforce how pleased I was with the level of professionalism and commitment displayed by the staff of Caribbean at my recent visit to the facility in Freeport. Ladies and gentlemen, I could not stress enough how perfectly timed this initiative is, given the present economic climate. I cannot fail to mention its precise alignment to the vision of our National Youth Policy 2020-2025, which speaks to ensuring our diverse youth population are empowered and strategically engaged as co-creators of sustainable development. I must also acknowledge from among your ranks, Mr. Joshua Jackson and Ms. Savita Ramuta, your valedictorians for cohorts 1 and 2 respectively. Their backgrounds may differ, but their work ethic indeed coincides. When Mr. Jackson approached this program, he had a concept for his photography business and the will to succeed. Realizing he needed strategic guidance and vision, he swiftly embraced the teachings of his facilitators and peer experiences and applied them to his studies and business. This caused him to excel in his class assignments, increase his field knowledge base, and utilize them in his budding business. Ms. Ramuta, on the other hand, already had a fully operational and successful business, providing customers with an array of gourmet baked goods. She also embraced the expert knowledge shared and benefited most from the self-development modules and willingly shared her savvy business experiences to empower her colleagues. These qualities displayed both by Mr. Jackson and Ms. Ramuta have earned them the recognition and appreciation of their peers, facilitators, and indeed my office. It is these qualities that I encourage all of you to imbibe as you continue on your respective journeys to becoming intellectually accomplished, politically conscious, technologically savvy, healthy young people who are engaged as active citizens and co-creators of our sustainable futures. Rest assured that this government, under its steady and safe leadership, will continue to lay the foundation for your future. And we expect that you will build upon it, leaving nothing but excellence on your tray, inspiring those around you to seek the greater you. On behalf of the Ministry of Youth Development and National Service, congratulations on a job well done. May all of your ventures be fruitful and positively contribute to your families, communities, and our sweet twin island republic of Trinidad and Tobago. I thank you, and may God richly bless each and every one of you and your families. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister Cummings. Thanks for your continuing interest in Kariri and this program. Your presence here today and indeed your encouraging words would no doubt provide stimulus for further initiatives such as this. We look forward to continuing to support your ministry's strategic objectives. Next on the program is Mr. Joshua Jackson. He is a passionate young man with a desire to see a paradigm shift in the mindset of young entrepreneurs. He looks forward to a generation of young people who identified as the light of today and the leaders of tomorrow. Joshua is currently pursuing his diploma in biblical theology at the Open Bible Institute of Theology, where he serves as the current Year 2 president of the South Campus. Joshua has been involved in various organizations, most notably the Oratory Foundation and the Victoria West Youth District Youth Council. He is currently the photographer and developer of Atypical Aperture, where he specializes in product and brand photography with an interest in UX, UI design. He is a creative entrepreneur who believes that the key to creativity is locked in your imagination. And in order to stand out in this industry, one must not simply think outside the box, but thrive outside it. As a man of faith, he attributes all his understanding to God and knows that this creativity stems from the one true creator. Joshua is here today to represent Cohort 1. Please listen on as he shares his experience and journey through the program. Joshua?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Firstly, I'd like to acknowledge all the speakers and esteemed guests present here today. My fellow cohort reps, Savita Ramuta, Ms. Lynette Akon, Mr. Mcnair, Ms. Hayden Ferreira, Ms. Linda Edelman, and the Minister of Youth Development and National Services, the Honorable Foster Cummings. It is indeed a pleasure to grace this virtual stage with you all. I greet you all in the wonderful name of my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. An entrepreneur, according to Investopedia, is an individual who creates a business, bearing most of the risks and enjoying most of the rewards. You see, however, to me, an entrepreneur represents so much more. We are a bunch of individuals who don't simply think outside the box, we thrive outside it. I came into this world that's lined with limitations, determined to be limitless. I love children. In fact, I absolutely adore them. The most pertinent characteristic I believe every child possesses in their younger years is the lens with which they observe the world. Children have this innate calling to a challenge. They're always testing the waters, seeing how far they can go. You see, kids don't just think within the lines of limitations that have often appeared to be drawn out. They simply step outside them and start searching for solutions to whatever problems they've thought of. Furthermore, children don't waste time with branches. They always go straight for the root of an issue. I don't know about you guys, but anytime I put across any scenario to my little cousins, they whip me with whys until they are satisfied to not simply know the effect, but the cause. This is something I believe a lot of individuals have caged and forgotten within themselves with the passage of time, their why. However, as an entrepreneur, I firmly believe that your why paves the path of progress towards your goals. And without one, life's box will serve as a burial ground for your dreams. The world has crafted this box within which each of us are expected to function. And those that often challenge it are outlanders and outcasts to the average person. However, as entrepreneurs that want to make a difference and a profit, we have to look beyond the lines. The key to truly creating something spectacular lies in channeling your creativity. The box has attempted to often determine the way in which creativity is to be expressed. Those that live outside the box constantly push towards creating something greater, something that can cause genuine change and maybe even reflect or redefine the lines of limitations previously drawn by life. As a creative entrepreneur with Christ as my guide, the sole goal of my creative business is to create something that creates change and cash. There have been numerous times when the barriers of life were pretty high and it would often leave me discouraged. But I thank God for my faith as He's shown me that the only limitations that exist are the ones that he's placed there for my safety, and everything else is fair game. You see, the key to thriving and not simply surviving on the outside is found in the fortification of your foundations. You must know the basics before you can build. And this is where the amazing team at Karuri plays their part in my journey. I came to realize that I had all these ambitious and beautiful goals and dreams, but I didn't have the basic foundations needed to achieve them. Through the innovation entrepreneurship sessions, I gained a holistic understanding of what it truly takes to be an entrepreneur. Within the life skills coaching sessions, I learned the power and pertinence of goal setting. Within the business model canvas coaching sessions, I acquired the basis upon which I can build my business and have it set for success. The financial literacy coaching sessions reminded me that the key is not how much you make, but how you first manage what you make, in addition to a critical principle: decrease lifestyle, increase bank account. The most fascinating sessions for me have been data science, computer science, and new technologies. You see, we live in the digital era, and we're heading towards a data-driven future. So having a business that's diverse in the digital is not a luxury anymore. It's a necessity. These sessions have opened my eyes to the wonders of technology when used effectively, in addition to the fact that these mega chains aren't actually working OBR, they just know how to read the data. This revelation has actually shaped the direction in which my business Atypical plans to go. And I'd share a little more on that, but I haven't sorted out my intellectual property rights yet. Which brings me to the final session we had, intellectual property. This session was definitely one of the most enlightening lessons we had. The world of intellectual property is a pretty tricky one to traverse if you don't know the basics. But this class helped me to understand, especially as a creative entrepreneur, the words of my craft, how to protect it. And for those that don't currently know, I'm trademarking my scenes, also make a profit. I'm truly grateful to the sponsors and most importantly, the trust of the Americas, without which none of this would be possible. Karuri has given me the tools necessary to start solving problems and producing a profit. Through this program, I've become emboldened to take the leap outside the box and leave limitations behind. You can't solve problems you don't know exist, so I encourage you all to explore, predict, and prosper. In summation, I'm leaving everyone with the main takeaway. I've taken the entree and compiled it into this final nugget. I encourage all of you to not just think outside the box, but thrive outside it. How do you do that? Slap on the limitless lens. Turn every obstacle into an opportunity to find a solution. And I mean, we're entrepreneurs, guys. So make sure it's a solution that sells. Thank you.
Thank you, Joshua. I'm sure that all the members of your cohort are pleased with their representative. Thank you very much.
Not a problem.
In order to provide everyone here with a greater appreciation of the impact of the lab on its participants, Cohort 1 has put together a video diary. Please look on now as some of the members of Cohort 1 detail their experiences.
Hi, good morning. My name is Malika Fleur. I am 17 years of age. I am from the little village of Mcnair, where you can experience the blue and green rivers, a beach provided to enjoy leisure time, leaving you with memories that you are unable to forget. So, I have 3 main dreams that I would like to accomplish. Firstly, I would like to open 2 or more fruits and vegetables for selling my own produce. Secondly, I would like to establish a non-profitable organization where I can assist young teens with life. Me growing up seeing youth with a lot of potential being misguided or misled down the wrong path through a strong pain to my heart. Listening to others questioning themselves made me question myself about the youth of today. So after a little research, I realized that 80% of the young teens today are lacking a good leader, someone to guide them down the right path, or someone to reach out to when they're in need. This organization should be able to help a teen of today all wrong. Thirdly, the main goal is to be financially stable. Moving on. What is holding me back from realizing that dream? Well, I don't think anything is holding me back from realizing that dream. I believe if you put in the work, be consistent, and you pray, everything will be okay. How can this DIA lab help me achieve that dream? This DIA lab can provide essential knowledge and help you gather and craft the correct thoughts and ideas to ensure your success. Before I leave, I would like to thank Curry and the leaders of this cohort for blessing me the opportunity to speak here today. With that being said, thank you very much.
Hi everyone, my name is Joshua Jackson and I'm currently 21 years of age. I'm from Trinidad and Tobago, if you want to be specific, San Fernando, and if you want to be even more specific, Vista Bella. My dreams for the future. Well, I'm a man of faith, so for me, I would say that everything that I am is based on my relationship with God and my understanding of who He is and what He has me to do. I would say what that has done is that has motivated me to pursue a lot of things. And one of my biggest dreams, I would say, for the future is to be a problem solver and to really encourage like a solution-centered culture in Trinidad and Tobago. Like a lot of times, a lot of individuals would see Trinidad as either a nation of many problems, or we're really a nation that a lot of times we consume, we're always taking in. But I kind of want Trinidad, one of my dreams for Trinidad to be a nation that it sends out. So we send out ideas. We don't just lose intelligence, but we gain intelligence, and we're able to replicate that intelligence as well. So it really is one of my main goals, is to create like a solution-oriented culture in Trinidad. I want us to be like problem solvers, and the world recognizes and acknowledges that Trinidadians are problem solvers. It's quite an idealistic goal. So that's why sometimes, things like that would tend to promote a lot of fear within me, especially because it's like, okay, how are you going to get here? How is that going to start? How are you going to fix the culture? Things like that. And if there are even individuals that are interested in doing this, if there are people that still have hope and want to change, the nation to be something like that or to represent that. And that usually used to promote, like I said before, a lot of fear within me. And that fear used to lead to laziness, because it really used to demotivate me to do a lot of things, because I was like, nobody else is doing it. I want to be, yes, I can be the first, but, sometimes when you don't see others around, it's a little bit discouraging. So I would say that one thing that has happened though is that when I came to this lab, it completely changed my perspective. The cohort, the DIA lab, revolutionized the way I saw Trini in general, because I realized that they're not just individuals that are also interested in doing this, but there are corporations and platforms available to do this. And I thought that Trini really didn't have any of these things. And, this has motivated me so much, because I realized that it is possible. This is something that is no longer just simply an ideal, but it's something that can actually become a reality. And I would say that the DIA lab has served, it's so crucial. It's been like a crucial element in me being able to go forward to this dream, because it showed me that it is possible. It showed me that there are people here that want to do this, that want to be able to revolutionize Trinidad, that want to bring in all these technologies and stuff like that, that would lead to innovation and amazing ideas. And I would say that that is really what the DIA lab has done. I've thoroughly enjoyed all the sessions. I do all the assignments, because I just love being a part of this and seeing it coming into fruition. So I think that's really what the DIA lab has represented for me. It's also given me a lot of crucial information and key steps to be able to start building. Because for me, one of my things is that I had all the ideas, I had all the understanding of certain things, and I had the resources, but I didn't know where to start. I really was and that was my biggest blockade. It was like, I didn't know where to start. And the DIA lab served to give me that start. So I'm just so grateful to God that, everyone here is here, and that they decided to come together to put a course like this. They decided to build this organization, because it really has changed my life in a lot of ways. So that's really my short story. And I would say that I'm so grateful once again to the DIA lab for everything that they've done and everything that they're going to continue to do.
My name is Chelsea Fraser and I'm 20 years old. I live in central Trinidad, and I have a few dreams for the future that I will make a reality one day. And some of them are like wanting to be a professional artist in digital and traditional artwork. And I would also like to have like my own art studio. I'd also love to write a book. And also love to study psychology to become a psychologist. What's really holding me back from doing that, or was holding me back before the whole DIA lab session, was fear, because I always thought, okay, what if I'm not good enough to do these things? Like, what if my art is not like, top notch? Like, I see these artists out here locally in Trinidad that are like really amazing, and when I look at my art, I start to compare myself, and I'm like, no way, I can't do this. And that gets me down. But then when I started the DIA lab, I got to learn all sorts of things. I gained knowledge from about life skills, data science, computer science, business models, and how to build your own web page and landing page and stuff. And I was like, wow, they make it sound so easy. And I was like, and you know, the knowledge was really, it wasn't complex all that much, except I think the computer science was a little too complex to me because you know, I'm not really into that. Well, I'm not really, you know, knowledgeable about all that techie stuff. But for them to be able to explain that to me in such a way that I could understand, I was like, yeah, that's really great, you know. And they basically encouraged me to start my own business. Like I even, when Mr. Simeon and Mr. Devendra were showing us how to use Canva and stuff, and how to make your own logo and whatnot, I created my own and it actually looked pretty good. And then during the session with the intellectual property protection, I learned that hey, I could go and do something to protect this design that I did for myself. And that was really great to learn, you know. And I just find it was a fun experience, very informative, interactive. It was nice to hear and see other youngsters just being innovative and, you know, hear their ideas and stuff. And I just had a really great experience with the DIA lab, and I believe that it could, you know, encourage other people like myself who wasn't at when I was before the DIA lab, when I was knowledgeable on how to start my own business and all these things. I believe they could help a lot of people like myself do that, you know, encourage them like they did me, and yeah, have more, you know, creative minds out there flourish. And I also learned that fear could be interpreted two ways. You could forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. And that's what the DIA lab taught me.
Thanks all of you. Very inspiring. And not only to the participants of the program, I'm sure that all the members of the DIA lab team are inspired to continue pushing the program to meet the challenge provided by the minister to not just meet, but surpass the graduation levels of DIA Lab Jamaica. I'm sure we will do that. Next, let's listen to Savita Ramuta Singh, a budding entrepreneur who is aiming to have her current side business provide her a full-time salary. Her ultimate goal is to love what she does so that it doesn't feel like work. There are many things Savita is proud of. To name a few, she is a certified personal trainer, a passionate baker, and a great salesperson. She enjoys making people smile and making their day just a little bit sweeter. Representing cohort 2 of the DIA Youth Innovation Lab, please welcome Savita. She shares some of her experiences participating in the program. Savita?
Hi, good morning all. I'd firstly like to thank Kariri and all of the international bodies that would have made this program available to the youths of Trinidad and Tobago who wish to grow their entrepreneurial spirit into a budding business. I saw this opportunity as a golden ticket whereby persons from various backgrounds and skills with a passion to learn, and they have that drive within them to make a difference. This course was compacted with information spanning from personal growth and development, coaching us on life skills, critical and creative thinking. One key acronym that stuck with me was SMART. Always make sure that your goals are specific, measurable, attainable, Give me 1 second for the dog, please.
That's okay, Savita, you could go ahead.
Okay. I don't think that they will stop barking. But you'll tell me if it gets too noisy.
Okay.
So SMART, it basically encompasses that all your goals are specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. This philosophy is something that I've applied to my daily life when it comes to scheduling my day, planning new avenues of growth and expansion, and how I can improve my skill set. We had an immersive session with the ICT training. Let me just get them to stop, right? 1 second. Hi. Okay, yes, the dogs are quiet now. So, yes. So making sure that your goals are SMART, which means that it's specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-bound. This is a philosophy that I've applied in my daily life when it comes to scheduling my day, planning new avenues of growth, and expanding and expansion, and how I can improve my skill set. We had an immersive session of ICT training, which exposed us to new possibilities, learning about Canva, web design, and e-commerce. The ICT team of Devindra and Simeon, just to name a few, there were many of them that were very, very knowledgeable, also taught us about data science and the applications of data science and how it enhances our daily lives and the various job opportunities associated with it. Even if the prospect of a job in data science wasn't of interest to a student, having the shared knowledge about what data science can do can now assist entrepreneurs to optimize their business operations and their target market. Knowledge is power. So even if you don't want the job, you could still utilize that knowledge to benefit yourself. We also learned about Arduino and Raspberry Pi, which is hardware which can be configured to perform specific tasks and provide us with data and reports. The course was very IT focused, as this is where we're heading within the global climate, entering the fourth revolution. What I personally loved about this program is the wealth of knowledge that was shared in a very digestible manner and the breakout rooms to foster creative discussions. And for what we all wanted to learn, how to run a business. I'm sure all of the students, they just was like, okay, when are we gonna start talking about business operations? We learned about the fundamentals of business models and how to focus on making your business smart. This includes knowing your customer market, your brand, and your mission, to name a few. Defining your business meant that you defined your value proposition and what you're going to offer your customer that relieves the pain, benefits, or gains the customer. My favorite portion was learning about intellectual property, trademarks, and property rights. This is not things that we get to learn about in school, but is so valuable. And I really appreciate it because as young persons, this isn't information that you just get unless you're doing like a full degree, then they will go in depth about it. So I really appreciated that. And for myself, this course has given me the confidence and support to start now. So before I started this course, my baking business and personal training was more focused to like my friends and family and just keeping everything very private. And I felt like I'm not at that level where I can start to promote like an actual business page and start marketing to a wider community and so on. So I have a small baking business where I bake a variety of yummy treats ranging from gluten-free and sugar-free muffins to decadent cheesecakes. For me, my small baking business is just a mere stepping stone for what is yet to come. every idea and vision that you have can turn into something successful. Start today. You will never know how far you could take yourself on an entrepreneurial journey if you've never tried. So thank you. Best of luck to all of the graduates today. This journey has been totally incredible. I'm extremely humbled to meet the entire team that put it together, as well as all of these creative minds that I got to work with, because one of the most beautiful things is that because we all have different visions and ideas of businesses, when you put us all together in a room, it's like, oh, wow, you want to make that into a business and that will actually sell. So I think just being in this environment was very supportive. And when it comes to doing things that are self-employed, even if it is that you all aren't on that same business venture, just having that creative space and that creative body really offers a lot of support. And I'm really, really grateful for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Savita. You have represented your cohort well, and I'm sure that you've provided them with further encouragement going forward. Thank you very much. Again, please look on now at the video diary, which was done for cohort 2. Video, please.
Hi there, my name is Regina Ramcharta. I'm also called Really. I'm 21 years of age and I'm from JS Village, Chaguanas, Trinidad. I am from Core 2 of the DIA Youth Innovation Lab. I have a lot of plans and dreams for my future. My main dream is owning my own personal business, one of which is introducing to the world a cleaner that was invented by my parents. I didn't have much knowledge on how to do so. I didn't know much about really going forward and doing anything in my business. I didn't know much about strategies, how to finance it, how to get started, how to uplift, managing it or boosting it, etc. But after being invited and introduced to Curry's program, the DIA Lab, I have full confidence, a great mindset, and amazing ideas on how to move forward. I have full confidence, a great mindset, and amazing ideas of what to do in order to have a successful business today. Not only did they teach me how to excel in my business, they also taught me many other business techniques that will help me own many businesses in my future to come and to succeed in doing it. I am so happy that I got this opportunity, so thank you, Curry.
My name is Mcnair. I am 17 years old. I currently reside in Nova. I enrolled at the DIA Youth Innovation Lab during the pandemic. I am a member of the Cohort 2. My ambitions for the future include starting a business as well as leading activist groups, writing books, and establishing a theatrical school. As a theatrical student, I'd like to do some playwriting, action, and stage management. Except for the pandemic and my incapacity to socialize, nothing is keeping me back. It doesn't stop me from pushing, rather it allows me to concentrate on my personal growth. So when I'm ready, I'll be able to step out with a clear idea of which career I would like to pursue. During my time at the lab, I would say they will help me with my growth and provision of opportunities to learn. Thank you.
My name is Rassan Wilkinson. I am 19 years old and I was born in Trinidad, but I live in Tobago. And I'm a member of the second cohort of the DIA Youth Innovation Lab. My dreams for the future, I would like to be associated with something great, some kind of great contribution to society. Simple example, you would hear the name Bill Gates and then automatically think Microsoft, so I want my name to be like that. So I thought of what better way to do this than trying to contribute to society, trying to contribute to Tobago, as I live in Tobago, And Tobago is well known for its tourism industry, so I thought, why not start off there? And after a couple of days of brainstorming, I conceptualized an idea of a website that would be able to help both regional and international tourists find, compare, book, or reserve anything related to tourism, whether it be hotels, guest houses, villas, restaurants, car rentals, those kind of things. Something that's holding me back, well, not necessarily holding me back, but I'd rather say slowing down, is other commitments that I would have, such as me being in university. I'm a year 2 student at UTT studying a bachelor's in aeronautical engineering. So that would take up a lot of my time with studying and doing assignments. And I'm also a member of the ICT multimedia group in my church. So that would mean I'm responsible for setting up and running, whether it be in-person services, doing stuff with the audio visuals, or whether it be over Zoom. So it's not that it is impossible for me to achieve that, well, to create the website, but I won't have as much time as I would want to have. And this lab, this DIA Youth Innovation Lab, has helped me in terms of has introduced me to a lot of useful digital tools that I could use, seeing that I don't have as much time as I need. A lot of things could be done faster. I was introduced to a tool called Canva that could help me out with the graphical design for the website, whether it be logos, pictures, these other things. And the lab has also opened my mind to different business concepts, different data science techniques that could help me assist me in understanding the behavior of whoever might use the website. And I'll be able to optimize it once I get it up and running, so that it will be able to produce a great experience for whoever is using the website.
Hi, my name is Tana Amber Ali. I'm 20 years of age. I'm from Cohort 2, from Arima. And well, my dreams for the future was to have people think of a product and let my business come to their mind. I wanted to turn my small business into a big business. And the only thing that's holding me back from this dream right now is possibly financials and marketing, because I am my own person. It's just me in this business. And the DIA lab helped me with these things that I didn't know before. They were very informative and they helped me with very resourceful information. I learned a lot of new things that will definitely benefit me. And, being a beginner in this entrepreneur world, it helped me a lot. So I really appreciate this program that I was in.
Great testimonials, quite a testament to the success of the program and its impact on the participants. We look forward to more success in the future. Moving on in the program, unfortunately, given our circumstances as a result of the pandemic and the current logistics, we are unable to formally present certificates to the graduates. However, we did not want the occasion to pass without each member of cohorts 1 and 2 feeling a sense of accomplishment. We have therefore put together a slideshow in lieu of the award ceremony. Please look on.
The Caribbean Industrial Research Institute presents the graduates for our DIA Youth Innovation Lab, Cohorts 1 and 2. Andrea Nesbitt, Angel Glasgow, Chelsea Fraser, Chelsea James, Gorgeous Sutton, Hakeem Cabrera, Joshua Jackson, Joshua Joseph, Kanisha Taylor, Leah Roper, Lyndon Jack, Malik Katwaru, Maya Mason, Omari Morgan, Patrice Smith, Radha Piralal, Salima Sambucharan, Shakira Saeed, Sheil Williams, Tamara Johnson, Venice Bob, and Vishal Balmakun. For our Cohort 2 graduates, we welcome Akisha Gilbert, Akila Matsimila, Amiri Hector, Asia Graham, Christine Mahabir, Deepak Ramrup, Jada Romeo, Keith Prime, Lauren James, Lydia Mohammed, Marcel Joseph, Mikhail Calendar, Mikhail Bradshaw, Nisha Pear, Ocean Ferdinand, Rassan Wilkinson, Regina Ramcharta, Sana Ali, Savita Ramuta Singh, Shamuel Legal, Sharona Jackson, Timothy Abdul, Tassali Roberts, and Zion McNeil. Congratulations.
Congratulations to all of you, graduates of the DIA Lab, Trinidad Youth Innovation Lab of Trinidad and Tobago, cohorts 1 and 2. Congratulations again. Mrs. Lynette Akong is the ICT Business Coordinator at the Caribbean Industrial Research Institute, where she leads our full stack software development ICT team in developing innovative, integrated custom software and data analytics solutions targeting clients in all industries and sectors across Trinidad and Tobago. Please welcome Mrs. Akong as she delivers the closing remarks for today's proceedings. Lynette?
Thank you, Hayden. The Honorable Mr. Foster Cummings, Minister of Youth Development and National Service, Mrs. Joanne Deraj, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Planning and Development, Mr. Farouk Hussein, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Youth and National Service, Mrs. Patricia De Leon, National Director, Ministry of Social Development and Family, Mrs. Linda Edelman, CEO, Trust for the Americas, Mr. Rodrigo Iriani, Senior Program Manager, Trust for the Americas, Mr. Kime Del Rio, Senior Project Officer, Trust for the Americas, Mr. Hayden Ferreira, Chairman Cariri, members of the Board of Management and Executive Management of Cariri, ladies and gentlemen. Democratizing innovation in the Americas, a powerful and ambitious mandate. It is with great national pride that the Caribbean Industrial Research Institute embarked on this journey with the Trust for the Americas to empower our nation's innovative and talented youths to embrace their entrepreneurial pursuits, equipped with leading-edge ICT training and business development tools and techniques. We have come to a pivotal milestone in this journey, and as we pause to recognize our distinguished graduates, the Institute would like to acknowledge the organizations and individuals who have contributed in making this venture a resounding success. To our colleagues and program donors at the City Foundation, the Trust for the Americas and the OAS, Mrs. Linda Edelman, Mr. Rodrigo Iriani, and Mr. Kime Del Rio, we immensely thank you for your patronage and team solidarity since the program's inception, and we look forward to working with you through our remaining cohorts. The Honorable Minister Foster Cummings, our sincere gratitude to you, Minister, for your inspiring message and in lending your support and the support of your ministry. We welcome your team's involvement in our new endeavors as we look forward to future collaborations. Our appreciation goes out to our colleagues at various stakeholder agencies who actively supported the Institute in enlisting our graduates, namely the Anglican Church in the Diocese of Trinidad and Tobago, the Arima Borough Corporation, the Civilian Conservation Corps, the Ministry of Social Development and Family, the Sangre Grande Regional Corporation, and the volunteer network Samuel Avantil. And now on to our treasured facilitators. Mr. Stephen Edwards of Stephen Edwards Production. Our thanks to you, sir, for urging our graduates on in life skills and in encouraging them to take this DIA Youth Innovation Lab training as a diamond of an opportunity. Mr. Nicholas Guy Prasad from the Intellectual Property Office at the Ministry of the Attorney General and Legal Affairs. Thank you, sir, for demonstrating the different types of IP to our graduates and in teaching them how to protect their valuable intellectual property. To our very own Kariri Business Development and Kariri ICT facilitators, Laura, Karen, Miguel, Farida, Simeon, Chade, John, Devindra, Kian, and Sharda. Kudos to you guys for creating and delivering a dynamic, engaging, dynamite, skills-packed, fun-packed, fun-filled curriculum. And to our own Mrs. Denise Ferguson for championing the cause. Our friends of the media at the Trinidad Guardian, Trinidad Express, TTT, and Daily News Media for sharing our graduate success with the nation, a sincere thank you. And finally, graduates of cohorts 1 and 2, a resounding round of applause for your commitment and active participation in this powerful two-way knowledge transfer program. We are grateful to you for sharing your dreams and goals so that we could integrate them into our delivery to you. You have stayed the course, and we look forward with great anticipation to see what you will create and how you will innovate. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Lynette. Before we close, however, I would like to invite Mr. Kimi Del Rio of the Trust for the Americas to coordinate the taking of the group picture to memorialize today's occasion. Kimi?
Thank you very much, and so happy to see you all here. To finalize this event, I would like to ask everyone to start their cameras so we can take a group picture. I have a gallery view, so I might need to take a couple. I don't know who's on which side, so just make sure to smile every time we take the picture. All right? Okay. I have 4 pages, so I might take 4 pictures, all right? Okay, we're going with the first one. Get ready. Okay, 1, 2, 3. There we go. Give me a second. Okay, here comes the next one. 1, 2, 3. All right. Give me one more. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. Those are all the pictures. So thank you very much, and back to you.
Kimi, thank you, Kimi, and thank you everyone for attending today's program. Congratulations to all graduates of cohorts 1 and 2, and we look forward to working, continuing to work with the Trust for the Americas in continuing this most important program. Do enjoy the rest of your day, and thanks again. Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Thanks. Have a good one.
Congratulations,
Congratulations
everyone.
again.
Congratulations to you all.
Congratulations, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Congratulations, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Hey guys, you guys did really great. I'm really proud of you. And I'm actually talking to you guys from the studio. So I kept my part of the bargain. I hope you all keep yours.
Thanks, Yvonne.